Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, click that subscribe button, and make sure you click that bell so you're notified of all future videos. Now, today we are going to be talking about the Ellen Greenberg case out of Pennsylvania. So let's get right into it. This will be part one of a few part episodes. Today will be part one. All right. So those of you that are not familiar, let's just go over this case. You know me, I wrote everything down so I wouldn't forget it, but let's just go over this. Put this up here like so. Okay. So Ellen Greenberg, a 27-year-old teacher, was found dead on the kitchen floor of her apartment in Philadelphia on January 26, 2011. With 20 stab wounds, 10 to her stomach, abdomen, and chest area, and 10 to the back of her neck and her head. Her death was ruled a suicide. When she was found, she still had the 10-inch knife that had been plunged into her heart. Now, the police said that she did it to herself because her apartment door was locked from the inside. According to her fiance, who beat down the door and allegedly found her. But we'll get into that, okay? The assistant ME, Marlon Osborne, first initially ruled her death a homicide, but changed it to a suicide after a very weird and unusual meeting with police and prosecutors. During her few final weeks of life, she was keeping a journal and writing everything down, okay? As of today, the police still have not released that journal to her family. Now, for all of these years, they had ruled this a suicide, but they never released any of her belongings back to her family. Her clothes, her boots, nothing she had on her, her journal. They still have not released that to the family. And the family has tried numerous times to get this back. Her parents, when I say the family, I mean her parents, have tried numerous times to get this back and been blocked at every turn. Now, why wouldn't the cops and the police give back her belongings if they'd already ruled it a suicide, right? Now, the journal. Ellen was told to keep a journal by her therapist to explain how she was feeling. The journal existed because Ellen began feeling nervous and anxious in the months before her death. Friends had told her parents that they started noticing changes with her and she started acting, different than the Ellen that they knew. They said that decisions that she would normally make for herself, she was now deferring to Sam Goldberg, her fiance at the time. Now, is that a control? That sounds like a control thing. Like she couldn't make these decisions for herself. He had to be the one to make these decisions for her. Just simple decisions, right? In 2022, the case was handed over to the Chester County DA's office after then Governor Josh Shapiro recused himself. Now, Sam Goldberg, her fiance at the time. Sam Goldberg, her fiance, told police that he had broke down the door, which was locked from the inside, according to him, found her in a pool of blood, and attempted CPR while on the phone with 911. Now, here's where things get a little crazy. Ellen's father had explained that she wanted to quit her job, leave Sam Goldberg, and move back to Harrisburg with her parents. Her parents made a deal with her that she could come home if she saw a psychiatrist about what was troubling her. So she started seeing her therapist. Psychiatrist Ellen Berman saw her 3 times. She saw Greenberg 3 times and diagnosed her with anxiety and prescribed her Ambien and Klonopin, but was very, very clear that she was not in any way suicidal. Greenberg had taken off her engagement ring, taken off the ring, packed up her makeup, and was ready to leave and go home to her parents. But she never made it. Ellen's parents have fought for years to get her manner of death changed from suicide to homicide, or at least undetermined, but they were blocked at every turn. They filed a lawsuit against the ME's office and Osborne in 2019, but it was rejected. Then, in 2022, they filed a lawsuit claiming a cover-up by police and the medical examiner's office. They claimed that police embarrassingly botched the investigation, and instead of continuing to investigate it as a homicide, they instead conspired to cover it up by having her death ruled a homicide. The alleged cover-up was orchestrated by Sam Galino, Philadelphia's then chief medical examiner. The police, including Sergeant Tim Cooney and Detective John McNamee. Then Assistant ME Marlon Osborne, who had originally ruled it a homicide. Then Assistant ME Marlon Osborne, who performed the autopsy, and pathologist Lindsay Emery were drawn willingly into the conspiracy, the document claimed. After they had that very unusual meeting between the ME, police, and prosecutors. Her parents' lawyer wrote in the filing that the cover-up spanned years, which they did not even realize, they did not even know about until it was uncovered in 2021 for the lawsuit. The lawsuit explained how police failed to secure the crime scene. Now, we talk about police corruption, cover-ups, and we talked about it so much in a previous case that we all talked about. But to see it at this level in this case is astounding to me. The lawsuit explained how police failed to secure the crime scene, and they did not take Goldberg's clothes or photograph him, despite the blood all over his hands, because he said that he was performing CPR on her while he was calling 911. So when the cops got there, the door had been kicked in. She was there laying in a pool of blood. He had blood all over his hands and just claimed that he found her that way with the wound, with the knife still in her chest, right in her heart. Then it gets worse. Then on January 27th, police let Goldberg's family into the apartment unsupervised. So the day after she was found, okay, the crime scene was done. The day after she was found in her apartment, police let Goldberg, Sam, her fiance, they let his family into the apartment unsupervised, okay, to take property. And not only did they do that, but before the family got there, they had a crime scene clean-up crew sanitize it before they arrived. Sanitize it. Now, it was later that day, on the 27th, that Osborne discovered the wounds in the back of her head and neck. So not only did they not secure the crime scene, but they sanitized the crime scene, let people walk up and through the crime scene and take things out of the apartment before the ME had even noticed the 10 wounds on the back of her neck and head. And then they ruled it a suicide. Crazy, crazy, as you can see here. And they wanted everyone to believe that she did that to herself, that she inflicted all of those wounds all by herself. And they just took the fiance's word for it. The fiance that she was about to leave. Crazy. I have never seen this level of corruption right blatantly out in the open ever. And her parents have spent over $600,000 trying to get this ruling reversed. So their daughter's death could be investigated for what it was, and whoever did this to her could be put behind bars where they belong. But no, everybody conspired against them. Why? Why? Let me hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Please stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to do my best to get it out tomorrow morning. I will try to get it to you out by tomorrow afternoon, the latest, because I really want to get into this, okay? And then you can still expect my video on Friday. But I would really like to get more into this case and what has happened, because it is mind-blowing that it's gone on for this long. So I love you all. Let me hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Please like this video. Again, please sub to the channel if you are not already, and make sure you click the bell so you're notified of any future videos. Please share this video. I love you all. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light, and I'll see you all next time.